Recording. Let's go. Welcome back. It's your boy Klcoma. I've got a special brother here today. Little collab. Hey, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello. What up, guys? How you doing? And I don't know anything except Koma asked me to come on to talk about manga.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's all we're here for, honestly. So, also, I don't even know what I just had an idea, and I was like, you know what? Why not? I don't talk to manga homies that much. Everybody just wants to talk about the latest anime coming out, which is fire. You peep the spring shit. It's pretty lit. Heavy Delusion. If you're not watching, go watch it. Up there right now. That shit's. Hey, I just watched actually. I was team of the content. Now we back, Megami style. Please stop. But yeah, let's talk about what's your feelings. So what I really want to talk about is like the first object is the state of Shonen Jump, brother. How are you feeling about like just like the casual stuff about the manga, but also like on a broader scheme, like how do you feel about like itself, like the structure, like what they're going for nowadays?
Damn,
yeah, I gotta get it.
What do you mean?
So I would say like the structure of like how they're structurally is like how they're releasing it. Like in the past, we just got like maybe 2, 3, maybe 4, maybe max manga that we got like in a year from the magazine. As of now, it's just like an explosion. Like we have like at least like I would say 7 to 8 sometimes in a year, almost in a year. A series come out this year, or even more sometimes, or probably even more than that, with stuff getting axed and canceled, but also new stuff just popping up. So the way the release structure from them is like kind of different from when that was like I guess like 5 or 6 years ago, or even 10 years ago to be honest. I would say pre big three. That's any indication. How's it changed?
Yeah, the release schedule is definitely different, but it's also, I think the bigger thing is like all the frequent cancellations, like how series get axed, like, and this is not a new thing either, but like you'll have what was the recent one? What was the one with like the little red?
Oh yeah, I think that was pretty good. That was pretty cool.
It was.
I don't know why they axed it.
And it got axed after like 20 chapters. And did you see how they made it? Like the author made like this whole insane ending. I gotta see what it was called. It was
said the getting. Hey, basically like kind of broke the fourth. Like it's over. I was like damn. Like it felt kind of sick. Like the last chapter was a little bit spiteful. I feel that though, but like maybe it wasn't.
It was no for sure.
Because they just kind of.
It was basically
I don't even know why they even canceled that one. What was the reason for it? Maybe it's usually actually the sales. The sales are always like I think when it hits that 10,000 or less, they're like, "Listen, buddy, I'm sorry, you might have some gold here, but like, hey, throw it in the trash." But the cancellations are like pretty serious. I remember what was it a Spectre? What is it? It's like a Jujutsu Kaisen type thing. I forgot what it was called. Phantom Spectre, I think that's what it's called in English. It was really unique. I don't know why it was good. Had like amazing art. Like had like kind of a very okay story, but like the story looked like it could develop to something later. I wasn't too invested, but like I love like reading every week, and like it just got like canceled like after like 15. I was like, damn, like why did they cancel it? Its sales were good too. I was like, just it seems to happen when like it doesn't feel like a certain niche within them. It's not shonen enough.
Yeah, sometimes it's not always sales either, because you have low selling stuff like Ayakashi Triangle is on the low end of sales, but they still have it in there.
I ain't know why that shit's even selling. I ain't gonna lie, that shit's bum. That's some bum garbage. Bum garbage.
Well, because it's Yabuki Sensei, and he's like a known.
Well, they got that boy Kishimoto out there like pretty fast. The Samurai 8. They said, this shit trash.
Yeah, but that's. I
mean, Ayakashi Triangle got some good. I'm not gonna hate on it, but it's not for me.
I love it.
It's cool
because I'm a To Love Ru fan.
You know what? I'm biased. I'll say that. I did like To Love Ru, which when I actually did read it, I was like, oh, this could be good. But at the same time, it's just got that, the too much ecchi. It's just not for me. I'm sorry. I'm a modest man.
That's like watching an NBA game and be like, there's too much basketball.
Literally, I mean, that's what I don't want. I just want to see my boy LeBron. Let's stop. No, but I just didn't like fuck with it. Like I don't know, it wasn't that interesting for the. I was like, okay. When he changed up to a girl, I was like, you kind of bad. I would pipe, but like then again, that's all there is to it, I guess. If you want that and you're happy about that, I'm glad for you. Actually, no, I'm gonna stop hating. Yeah. Listen, you love you like what you like. I'm gonna hate what I hate. No. That's all that matters. But yeah, a lot of that stuff has just been like the manga industry, especially like with the I was talking about I said the pre Big Three stuff, which motherfuckers always try to say like it's like Dragon Ball. I'm like, Dragon Ball's not in there. I'm sorry, gang. Like I love it too, but that's not the era. Dragon Ball's pre. It's like the Evas and shit. Like it's the 90s. Like nah, this is Naruto, Bleach, One Piece. But Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece are they're good series. Don't get me wrong. Just not a. Actually, let me stop. I'm about to start hating already, bruh.
Well, the reason they have the term Big Three is to talk about it's a very specific. Like it's Naruto. It's like you said, Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece, and it's because those three were like the biggest shonen of the 2000s.
Yeah, and like sales wise,
it's like it's a very specific. It's not like whatever is the top three manga is the big three. It's like those are specifically the big three.
Yeah, not like some. I always get it like.
It's not some ranking.
That's what I think people like nowadays kind of push it as. I'm like, it's not a. They're not like that because they're like so good or something like that. No, they're just like they just dominated like everything else. And if you were reading Shonen Jump back towards them, there was that's why I kind of like this era, but it's kind of like weird to see like so much stuff coming out again because there's so little coming out. I think I remember like maybe Toriko and Ultimo came out like in the magazine like when they first debuted. I was like, damn, this is so lit. But then it was overshadowed by like a damn Naruto chapter later or a Bleach chapter. I was like, damn. So again, I guess we don't care about this no more, and then we just threw it away. I don't know. It's interesting.
Oh yeah, because they were just so overwhelmingly popular.
Sadly, but also we want to talk about that. Let's talk about some localization issues with them.
Sadly.
Just they fuck with me. I'm sorry. I'm happy that my manga's getting localized to English, but like, why does it take 5 months every time to get one volume? Why one volume? They can print it out. They can ship it to us. It's easier. Come on, just give us.
Oh, you talking about
physical localization sometimes.
Oh yeah, that's always.
I understand why, but it's just it hurts me to like see it every time. Like I just I did cop the Don, but like Don, it's almost been like 2 years, almost 2 years now, for real. So just to get like the first volume, I'm like, damn, like come on, gang, like you ain't gonna love us like that. Like I love your shit too. Like just make it in English for me. Okay, maybe that's just a cope though. I always say that because it's just like. I know they have a different demographic and market over there, so like they're not really trying to appease the American or the Western audience a lot of the time for their stuff.
Yeah, because the people, I mean, I'm sure like the biggest market for anime and manga outside of Japan is like China and Korea, and like
really China though.
So they probably more.
I didn't think China would even like.
Well, it's the most growing.
Yeah,
the U.S. is up there.
I don't say so.
And like places like France and Brazil are big ones too.
Yeah, right.
But the Chinese market is the most growing one because China makes its own shit too.
True.
That they're trying to compete with the anime industry.
True. I mean, I feel like they kind of got a leg up with like the stuff like I think it was Fog of the Five Hills and like what else came out? Link Click. Like, listen, if that's what they doing just to start, I don't want to see them when they get in their bag.
I mean, yeah, because it's already like the #1 market for like games and stuff. Because I mean, like Genshin Impact.
Oh yeah,
like,
Genshin is Chinese, a Chinese company. I thought.
Because it is a Chinese.
Damn.
It's like.
Why did I think it was Japanese for the longest time? Damn.
MiHoYo, yeah.
Oh shit, damn. I mean, they're taking it over. But what do you feel about?
China's a huge market.
No, I was saying like, what do you feel about like we talk about like anime and manga, but like I don't know the shift between becoming an anime watcher to a manga reader. Like, how does that really translate a lot of times? Like, how do you feel?
Do you think that's usually the case? Do you think people usually more commonly start out as anime watchers than become manga readers, or they start out as manga readers and become anime watchers?
I think it's and they watch anime because anime is like way easier and way accessible to any like medium or audience. Like, hey, I just turn my TV, it's just there. Like, I have Netflix, I have Hulu and stuff like that. Like, and then manga takes like it's like an extra step. Like, you gotta go read the book. Like, damn, I gotta go check this out. I gotta go on my web.
Yeah, but is that something that's more a Western thing? Because you know how in Japan manga is more socially acceptable than like.
Dude, I think if we don't in the West, a lot of times we just don't like to read a lot of times. So like if we see some like short form content, we're just like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll do that. And it takes like the extra step and a lot of like nuance for us to like mentally like do that each time. Like for me personally, I remember I've always been like a huge reader all my life, but like I don't really read manga and like I've read some manga and like Shonen Jump like that when I was younger, but I was mainly an anime watcher. Like I just watched. I was like, damn, this is have time. I have free time. I was just in the summer. I literally spent like a summer when I was 15 just watching anime. It was a little sick. But I ain't going nowhere. I was just like, but then later on, I just started reading more and more manga as I just got. I was like, man, I'm tired of the slow pace. Like after I watched a really good episode, I'm like, I'm not waiting a week. Fuck you. So I just jumped into it and finished like a series. I'm like, damn, that was great. But now I'm empty again. I was like,
manga chapter.
Listen, I'm sick. I'm sick about it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is that seems like a very uniquely American experience.
I don't say so.
Because it's like over in Japan, they don't really be watching anime like that.
You think so? I know you, like you said, like they probably read more, but
I mean, you still get clowned on for watching anime.
Chill, really?
Because manga is more openly accessible, and this is just from what I've seen. Like, I mean, and from what I know of people who live there, because it's like manga is more socially acceptable because it's so easily available. Like you can buy manga like 7-Eleven at the train stop. You got old people reading manga, you got little kids reading like Shonen Jump, so it's a little more acceptable. Whereas like if you were to watch anime, it's seen as more like otaku-ish because it's like you gotta get a TV and then it usually comes on late at night, so it's like the image of like the stereotypical like glasses otaku sitting in a dark room at night watching anime, and that's seen as more like dorky, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like so that's a little different than in because like you said, in America, I'm sure the majority of people started watching anime first before reading manga.
Yeah, it just seems like the era.
So,
Do you feel like I feel like this is like a long time? Maybe because of like the pandemic and everything, like that jump was kind of dying or something. I mean, it was the industry was going down, but like I feel like it was dying, killing itself. Like we don't have, or at least in the shonen sense. Like I'm gonna talk about other like demographics in a minute, but in the shonen sense, we don't see as much like. We don't have any much blockbusters anymore, you know? We have like really good stories that illustrate a lot of things, but like I think I would say like our story shifted. I would say like our storytelling is definitely shifted away from like the very shonen-esque. Like it's gotten more darker, more realistic in approach. Not like it's gotten worse in a sense, I guess. But it's just,
I think
not like there's not like there are there's okay, yeah. There's big hits. Let me rephrase that. We have big hits, but like in the frame of selling stories now, like you don't see like a very optimistic story like One Piece, which One Piece can get very dark as well. I've definitely seen it be like crazy, but you don't have those stories like that. We have like really just grittier and more realistic stories. I feel like I'm like, damn, that's so like a little bit. And I feel like for some people feel like the era of shonen is dying in that sense. I don't really believe that. I think it's still like just continuing itself. But like, how do you feel about like? I feel like it's a switching. Yeah, the old school shonen I guess is like kind of dying out in popularity. Not like the magazine itself is like becoming.
So when you say that, you mean like the
yeah, like the power fantasy. Like I got Naruto, like a Naruto ass fun. Yeah,
I want to be the Hokage. Yeah. Like they would go. Yeah, I can see that, and it's just, I mean, that's just in any medium. Like you have shifts in storytelling. Like you can see that in Hollywood too. It's like it's superhero movies, but now it's like kind of anti-superhero movies where it's like, you know, darker storytelling. People want more, like, you know what I mean, more meta, you know, darker humor stories. And I mean, that's just how media shifts over time, like certain trends. Because I guarantee in like 10, 15 years or whatever, when people get tired of all the gritty Bleach clones, Jujutsu Kaisen goes, we're gonna go back to like another One Piece or another Naruto, where it's like, you know what, I want to see a kid trying to be the fucking wizard or whatever, you know. It's like, and you know, we do still have shit like that today. We got Black Clover, we still got, you know, and we still got Boruto too, even though Boruto
it's changing up. It's changing the meta.
Yeah, we still got some stuff, and we still got My Hero Academia, even though that's but that's still the same. My Hero Academia is probably like one of the last, like, in the style of like Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece.
Ooh, I like that. I like that take. I ain't gonna lie. That's not.
It's like the last remnants of the old.
True, era. Like it does have. I think that's why a lot of people like kind of like latch into it for like a long time for being so.
Yeah, because it feels like.
But I always thought My Hero was just a very. It's okay. It's just really okay in a lot of hits, and I do love characterizations. That's cool. I liked it, but like
I like My Hero Academia a lot.
But I don't know. After a time, it just feels like a lot of plot points were not serving itself, and like kind of like just sat there. Like there's narrative thread points that I feel like should have been expressed earlier, but then were kind of just dialed back and then room for.
Yeah, like that weird like.
Yeah, I was like, why is that like, bro? Where was that at? Like, I wanted to see that was fire. I was so mad about this. I was like, bro, why was this not like up there like back in like the early chapters? We seen some of this shit happen, but like, Come on, bro. Like we got 3 movies with none of this shit in it. Come on.
And so many characters were like, yeah, because it's like I mentioned this in my Hero Academia video. It's like you remember when Uraraka's whole character was like that she was poor and trying to support her family? It's like when they like forgot. It's like, oh, she just wants to like hop on deck.
Like I get it, you know, they're kids, you know, she likes them and shit like that. Like that happens. Like
yeah, but that was like an interesting thing. It's like she doesn't care about any of the heroes. Like she just wants to be a hero to support her family. It's like that's some real shit, bro. She's trying to.
Hey, and that was good because then later, like that whole plotline kind of gun thing with the stain stuff, like right, I was like, oh damn, what does it mean to be like a true hero or like a righteous hero in that sense? Like where are they all gone, you know? And then that's like that's an overarching narrative plot when that could have that was kind of like it's still getting taken care of right now, but like still
they kind of brought
they did it
bit, where he gave All Might
that. Hey, that was real as fuck, you know. Should have killed his ass. I ain't gonna lie, I would have done it. Hey, where you at, bro? I'm sorry, I missed him. But to say that is just like the long-winded of way of like saying like all the Shonen stories are just they're definitely dying unpopular. But I'm not saying like I don't personally dislike that way though.
Well, yeah, it's not dying unpopular. It's just storytelling is taking a shift like in tone and what kind of stories people.
And I for one I'm down with the dark and gritty. I want to see some real because it's like when people went through like of the even pandemic, even just going through life regularly, like in the U.S. or like anywhere else in the world, it was pretty trash. Not gonna lie, if you were a teenager or like a young adult in this period, it was just trash to be around. There was really not a lot of hope, and I was like, that's a very like I want to see like the bottom of it, you know? What is everybody feeling? What are these stories gonna break? I like that like our like reality reflected a little bit in art like that. I'm like, ugh, it's getting kind of spicy right now. That's why, you know, that's why I like a little bit of JJK, you know, it feels a little too gritty sometimes, but like I'm with it. Bring me more pain.
But yeah, like I said, it's just like cycles in storytelling. Because like, I know you weren't around for this, but in the 90s, it was a dark and gritty ass era too. Everybody wanted to be like extreme and edgy. And not just in anime and manga, but like in American comic books, like everybody wanted to make superheroes, motherfuckers. Like Spider-Man has to kill people now. It's like Spider-Man has to be extreme and have guns, and that was like the whole '90s thing. And it's like Batman's got to be darker. And then it was the same thing for anime and manga, like those 80s and 90s shows, like fucking Ghost in the Shell and all that, like the bleak dystopian future. And it's just a cycle because then it went into the 2000s and we had those optimistic shonens, like you said, and now we're kind of going back to the edgelord days. So it's just a cycle. It's like
that's kind of nice.
So I don't think it's dying in a sense. It's just, you know, new trends are coming.
True. Yeah. God damn, you know, I kind of took the rants right out of my mouth. Pause. My bad. Sorry. My God. I didn't. You know, come on, bro. I didn't mean to say that right now. But nah. I'm just interested to talk about.
We know that's what you're feeling.
I got you. I believe you. Know. I feel like you've been you're a very honest man, Damien. You know, I respect that. I'm shaking your hand right now in the camera. I hope you're doing the same.
No, I'm just looking at the camera with that face.
You're not. I'm literally shaking your hand right now. So could you put your hand up to the camera and give me a?
All right, which hand?
The right hand. You using the left hand is crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm left-handed.
You don't shake. You shake with the left.
Okay, I'll put on both. I'm doing both.
Like like the meme, like arigato gozaimasu.
Yeah. I'm like
I'm okay. Thank you. I appreciate it. But nah, I don't know. It's just when I look at like I guess like you said, all these shonen stories, I'm like, damn. But at the same part, you know, I'm wishing for my josei homies, you know, my shoujo homies to be a little more represented in the community. You feel me? I really don't see anything like I see like YouTubers like I've seen like I think the name was Colin and some other people like talk about it like outwardly, but those are like only like a big. I want to see like some more people talk about this because I feel like these stories are like very reflective of our own nature. Like we see like people talk like all the Angel Tate and all that shit coming out. Like bro, like let's bring a little bit more like each side. Like we got all the masculine. What a feminine at? What a girl is that? See what these stories are telling us. And honestly, I don't know. I feel like Shonen doesn't like. I know Shonen Jump doesn't like do that, but they have their own magazine for it. But it just doesn't feel like you ever like get like a notice about it. So people just don't even consume that much like that. And I feel like it's pretty equal on both sides, like manga and anime streaming for both of these things. But I just feel like we got like an overload with Shonen a lot of times.
Yeah, I was about to say I don't even think I can name a josei manga.
That's what I'm saying. Like I feel like it should be like popularized a little bit more, like because the Shonen stuff is. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, everybody loves a good battle fantasy, but like I want to see some other stuff.
No, because that makes a huge demographic. Like women who read josei and shoujo make up a huge demographic of like anime and manga, like more than people realize.
That's what I was saying.
It's a huge.
So I'm like, why are we not seeing it up there? Like we seen like basically the final embers of like the storytelling of the shonen, but like we don't see the reemergence of like the josei or the shoujo crowd. We see other things. People just label it as like, which is kind of ironic that people name it like, oh, it's just a seinen, you know, or just a romance. I'm like, romance is just like a genre. Like it's not really a demographic of people. So I'm like, why the fuck are you saying that? It's kind of weird. Seinen is a demographic, but like you don't typically call I mean, there are romance seinen, but it's not like in the same. But it's not in the same vein as like when people call like, oh yeah, hey yo, you watch Skipping Loafer? That's a seinen. I'm like, oh really? Dead ass? Like I thought it was shoujo, but just a really like weird different show. And I was just like, how do you feel about that? You know, we don't see it as much like the homies in the back not getting really shouted out. You know, we see like just too much of this like divide. You know, yeah.
I think it's what you said. Like a lot of people just don't know. Like, cause I mean, one of my favorite joseis is Chihaya Furu, and it's like when I was reading it for the longest time, I thought it was a seinen. I was like, oh, I didn't even know it was a josei. And it's like I said, I can name like, okay, Shonen's got like Young Jump, Shonen Jump,
shit like
Young Magazine, Young Magazine. But like I said, I can't name a single josei or shoujo for that matter. I can't name a single publication from them. So it's like people just don't know, or at least people here in America don't know. I don't know how it is in Japan.
I would say probably the same because like it's just like a very. I mean, of course, comic and all this stuff is like very like just male dominated, so you don't really see that much. But like, and I feel like they got some fire stories to tell. I've been trying to like get more and more into like that side of manga and anime because like I'm having too much. I'm getting a little overloaded with the scene. I'm like, okay, man, well, how many times am I gonna have a story about a guy talking about like his life and like how hard it is?
It's nice to see people punching each other, but sometimes you need a little Usagi drop. You know,
we don't. Nah. That one's you know, that's actually forbidden. Yeah, no one talks about those type of romances too. Fuck those. I hate seeing that shit. That trope is nasty. Old ass man, young ass. What are you doing? You're a predator.
Yeah, that's in like seinen.
You're a predator, but what are you doing? Nah, that one's fucked me up though. I was like, man, this is so good. Like a dad, you know, doing his thing with his like adopted father. It's like it's fire. Like I don't see manga like this. I was like, man, this is cool. Then I read the last 5 chapters. What are you talking about? I love you. What? I was a father, Hayden. What the fuck?
Somebody reading that.
Who wrote this? I'm sorry. Like I'm all for trash manga, but that wasn't even like a trash. That was just it was very wholesome.
That was a very good manga.
And I was very enamored by it. I was like, I made a video. Like, man, this shit is so good. Like, yeah, I should read this. And then I had to tell people, I'm sorry, halfway through the video. Like I didn't know that it ended like that, and I'm sorry. But I guess they had a movie. They didn't show that part. I guess we're just gonna call like we're gonna do the Darling Frank. You know, after episode 15, it doesn't exist. You know, after chapter like 70 or something like that, it doesn't matter.
Bro, what if like a really popular series going on today ends like that? Like, what if imagine at the end of Spy Family, like Lloyd starts dating
No.
Can you imagine how crazy that would be?
I think people.
I can't see. Imagine for a huge.
No, Brad. No, that's just.
That would be the craziest.
I'm not gonna lie. People are just gonna. I'm gonna call out the author. I'm gonna say you're perverted. Fuck. You got problems. Why'd you write it like that?
Hey, you know what? But the thing is, he probably did it for a reason. He probably saw a sales opportunity. Maybe his target audience.
His target audience is crazy. Stop. Is that even? You know what? You're probably right. You know,
because there's got to be a reason why he did it, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, maybe it's just like that's the story he had in mind the whole time. But.
I just can't. But I don't know. I don't like. I've always hated that trope in any type of media. I'm like, all right, bro. Like, I mean, there are probably exceptions to that. Maybe. I'm not going. I'm not even going to try to gaslight myself into thinking that's like a right opinion. I can't. Like, what would you like make that even like happy? Like, how do you finish a story like that? Like, on some real shit. Every time. Ugh. I've been yelling out.
I don't know.
I'm throwing this away. But I just want to talk about some more manga, get it out there. But that's all the questions I had. We talking about just all this general stuff. This video's kind of all over the place, to be honest, but more or less, I just want to get, the state of Jump is it was troubling for me for a bit, because you saw the cancellation. I was like, damn, like what's going to happen to the magazine, and also things going to digital. I was like, damn, like are we really in the age like this, man?
Wasn't that an April Fool's joke?
I don't know if that was. I thought it was like an actual thing.
Did you see that? I
thought that ass. I was like, they're gonna like switch everything to this. Like they're just like say fuck the magazine.
Yeah, where they said they were gonna stop doing physical publication.
It probably was. It probably was.
I'm pretty sure.
Hey, bro, I was sick. I was scared. I was like, no way. Like they
actually let me
chill out.
Shonen Jump.
But like the aerodization though, which is one thing I do like them doing, which the app, the Viz Media app that you were talking about earlier. I was like, I'm glad they put that through and like started working with that, so people can have more access to the manga, especially like overseas. I mean, they do like the weekly stuff is cool, but it's good to see that people get have easier access to like manga and anime stuff like that, which is just furthering the agenda. This stuff is good. Please watch. Please read. God damn it.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. America's one of the while China's the biggest market for this stuff, America's probably like the fastest growing market.
Yeah.
So it's like they're definitely not sleeping. Like they're not sleeping on us.
Well,
I mean, they kind of are, but like they're starting to wake up.
I hope so, because I want us to be on, not because I'm American or anything. I just want us to be at that top of the echelon where I can get my stuff, like, a volume.
You just want
I want my volumes to be out as soon as they come out. Like, as soon as you finish it right now, and he says like the cover release, I'm like, yo, I'm buying it instantly. Like I got a little manga collection behind me. Yeah, see me? I'm a little sick. But also, have you read one of the new ones? The one I was talking about, Beat in Motion and Shonen and Jump. That shit was fine, right?
I'm not caught up. I only read the first 2 chapters, but I was like,
This is good. This is
it.
This is my peak. Okay.
Like the first chapter, I was already like, I gotta make a video.
He's just like me, bro. Not really, but
well, because it's just such a like well done message.
I'm cocking with it, honestly. I'm doing something with it. Might be a little video on that, maybe a little short, maybe soon. I won't tell. But I've been trying to. I'm trying to get into Akane Banashi. I'm trying to. I don't know why.
Oh, that's one of my. I was gonna make a video about that too. That's one of my. That's low key like one of the best Jump manga right now.
Thanks, so.
Because that's also a new trend. If we're talking about Shonen Jump trends, it's battle shonens, but without like the battle.
Actually, like Bakuman.
Other things. No, or like the earliest one was like Shogun.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like a battle shonen, but not battling. So it's like you have stuff like this, and you had that that one runway anime a few years ago where it was like about modeling, but it's like a
true. Damn.
And it's like now you got Akane Banashi.
Battling and acting, that is a unique form,
where it's like,
I do think a lot of
where it's like, it's a battle shonen where it's like they're like fighting each other and they're using like moves or whatever, but it's not fighting. Like it's Rakugo.
Isn't that Japanese theater or like interpretive theater, I guess?
It's basically like Japanese stand-up comedy basically, or like storytelling.
I feel like they're having like, what, every time I'm realizing that Shonen Jump does, like they release two similar stories and they just like, which one does well, we're gonna put it out regardless, because there's this, what is it, Shoha Shoten, I think, that does like this. It's like a different approach.
Oh yeah, no, that's the same thing. Yeah, it's literally the two
comedians. You said we're gonna be fun.
It's the same thing. It's a little different because Rakugo's like a specific.
This one's like
they're just
stand-up stuff,
like there's a word for it. I forget what it's called, but it's like we're specifically two comedians and they go.
It's like the banter lines, like, oh, you're a dumb piece of shit. I'm like, oh, like, yeah, I am. And your mom's. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. There's like a straight man. Yeah, there's a straight man and there's a goofy guy. Yeah.
So is that what we are?
I guess.
Why you say I guess like that, man? Just accept the bit in the role. God damn, bro. But nah, I think there's what they did, because what they did with Spy. They did Spy Family and wasn't Mission Ozorka like that. I was like, okay, two similar themes, and then just the way they interpret it is different. Like one's like actual like spy like mission action, the other one's like action, but like the tad of wholesomeness into it. It's like, which one of these do?
That is kind of crazy how they. Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
I'm just wondering. It's kind of smart. Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead and finish your thought. My bad. I didn't mean to interrupt, gang.
No, it's like the same thing. It's like what was was the one that came out? What was the one that got canceled? Act Age or whatever.
Oh yeah, Act Age. Is that one you're talking about? Or
oh,
I thought maybe you might be saying it right. I might be saying it right.
Nah.
I call it. I'm dumb, but I'm pretty sure I say Act Age, but like, yeah, it's Act Age. Or you might be saying it right. I just say it like goddamn regular American person. Goddamn it.
Yeah, but it's like we had that, and then now we have
Oshinoko.
Oshinoko. Except Oshinoko is in Jump.
Yeah.
Or that's not even Shonen.
Yeah, I think it's in actually it's Yin Press. I think it might be Yin or Weekly Jump, Young Jump, maybe.
I think it's in Young Magazine. I think.
Might be.
Let me see. Oshinoko. Oh yeah, it is Weekly Young Jump.
Hey, yes sir. Hey, go peep that. Comes out. I think they did a special release today in some places. But yeah, go watch that on the 9th though. That I think they got hopefully cover the prologue and all the beginning parts of it. But
you think they're gonna go all because it's they said it was like a 2-hour movie,
I think
right?
they're gonna it's like 90 minutes, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna cover probably like.
Because are they gonna go all the way? I mean, I'm not gonna spoil anything here. Are they gonna go all the way up to like chapter 8, where it's like, there's no way they can cover all.
In one movie, yeah, I definitely did, because they could cover like probably like a volume of content. Like that's like 14, 15 chapters in like a movie most times.
No, because it's like the big moment that I know everybody is gonna want to see. I think it would be better if they did it during.
You think
season.
that?
Like,
Nah, they're gonna do that in the movie, definitely. Like actually, yeah.
They probably will, but I hope they don't, because it would make it seem very rushed.
Oh, yeah. I guess they're trying to put people onto like the later, because like the. Okay, I'm gonna say a spoiler on accident. Let me chill. But the moment you're talking about, like, I think people want to see that first, for like when they get into it. They don't want to see it in like a sense like episodes 3 or 4 later on, which it should happen in that episode order.
But that would be fine, because it's like people are saying that this is gonna be like the Madoka Magica, where it's like that's the moment, like you're lulled into a few episodes, then all of a sudden like a random episode 4 or 5.
He said, "Oh shit, shit's popping off. Hey, shit's popping off. Hey, we already it's like that, Shout out to Akashi? Asaki? Akashika, Hey, I don't know, the ending of Kage Films, it was interesting. I'll give you that. Not my cup of tea. Okay, it was cool. But hopefully he's working on Oshinoko when he was finishing that, so that's probably why, he just had a little lapse in judgment. Also, I didn't watch that movie yet. Tell me about it. Is it good?
It's really good. Really good.
Thought people didn't like that arc particularly in like the manga or anything for real. But listen, if it's ass, it's ass. I'm with the popular opinion. I like Chainsaw Man anime. No, I didn't. I'm lying. I'm sorry. It was actually pretty bad. Now something about me that not other people know. I'm not a Chainsaw Man fan. For real.
Damn.
Oh no, manga. Come on, easy 9 out of 10. Easy 9 out of 10 any day of the week. Anime, maybe a 7. Maybe a 7 for real. Very, very average. None more than that. It's a good adaptation though. A good adaptation in the sense like it put the events into like an animated sequence, I guess. As a production, not really. It didn't really do anything that makes you want to go, hey, damn, I should check out this anime. I was like, why would I? Why would I do when I just go read the manga? No, it's real shit. Like read the book.
It's cool, but like yeah.
Like I want some, Harry Potter books were fire, but the Harry Potter movies, come on. Hey, fuck J.K. Rowling, but fuck the movies are fire.
At this point, I feel like I remember. No, facts. Fuck J.K. Rowling. I feel like I remember the movies more than I do the books.
Yeah,
It's kind of crazy because they become more iconic. But like, no, I agree with you. The books are better. But did you see they were making a new live-action Netflix series for?
Really? What are they gonna make about it? His kids or some shit?
Yeah, it's gonna be like 1 book per season. And I'm like, I don't know if there's enough material for like, especially like the first 3 books, which were super like kiddie.
God,
like, how are they gonna fit a whole season?
Yeah.
And no Harry Potter fans are gonna watch that if the original actors aren't there.
I don't see Daniel Radcliffe in there. My brain.
Yeah, nobody want to see no random kid playing Harry Potter that's not Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I grew up with him 20 years. 20. I was like 10 plus years of those damn movies. No, I'm sorry. That's a generation that watched them. We're not voting for some new black haired kid, Okay, I sounded wild, low key, when I said that out loud, but you know, y'all know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. I'm not like that. I'm sick, but I don't know. Let's talk about manga, but. Yeah, I gotta read. I'll leave this section. I'm about to end the video right here. You know, we got some recommendations. I'll give you one for each category of like every demographic. Every demographic getting a little bit of peace.
That's good.
All
right, you give one and I'll give one.
I'm gonna go with Josei and Seinen, the Josei and the Sojo, because there was. I feel like we don't know, but I did peep a little bit. Let me find the damn title. I literally just read it like earlier today. It was very good. It might rival.
Is this manga?
Manga. I mean, you can play anime too. I'm gonna put the manga, because it's a manga video. What is it called? 1 second. I literally just read it. Let me find my tab. Damn. Oh, yeah. I had to, bro. It's called Pink to Hanabio. It's very general plot,
Why are they all named that way? It's like skip like Pink to whatever. And there was that other like yaoi one that I forget what it was called.
Hey, Given? Let me stop. I'm sorry, but it's like a little coming of age story, a little love not even love triangle, it's a love story. To be honest, it's got some emotional depth, and it's like really like attraction, really taken from like a really the girl's perspective, like how she really feels about this type of stuff, or like it's like general thoughts you see like in like adolescence, but like it's got a touch of flair, and I like it. Like where it's gonna go. But yeah, and then. Josei, I'm sorry, I gotta go with the. Would Sailor Moon really fall? Is that Sojo or Josei? Actually, I feel like it's still Shoujo. Damn, yeah. I lied. I don't have a Josei one. I'm sorry. I thought I had some.
I mean, does it have to be a reason? Because I was just gonna recommend. I was just gonna say.
Chiafu, yeah, or Paradise. Yeah. Paradise Kiss. I read that.
Oh yeah, sure, sure, that too.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, I haven't read Boys on the Slope. Boys on the Slope is pretty good too. I don't know if that's really up there, but it might be. I think.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, but you gotta take the wheel. What you got?
For Josei, yeah. So I'd say Chihaya Furu. For Shoujo, maybe like. Trying to think of a recent one. My Love Mix Up.
Oh no, that sounds like I've read it though. I think I remember the cover for it.
It's cool. It's cool.
My Love Mix Up. All right. He give me something to read from my list.
Yeah. I think it's getting like a live action. I don't even know if it has an anime, but it's getting a live action.
Oh, I see. I just looked it up. Yeah.
I think it already has one. Never mind. Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it's like a yaoi, I think. Yeah.
Listen, I'm down for it.
So if you like the BL,
I'm down for it.
Hey, why not, man? Why not?
Give me what's it?
All right, so that's my shoujo.
Give me that Josei. Show me what's up.
Okay,
yeah. All right, Shonen. Damn, I should prepare the list. Shonen.
If you just had to recommend,
I don't think.
I already know what mine's gonna be.
Damn. Hey, get back to me real quick. Actually, David, you go first. I forgot.
I'm prepared on his own video.
I had it up there, but I just didn't pull it up. I had it.
Mine is Witch Watch.
Cheater, bro. Cheater.
You want a good? If you are a fan of Gintama or the OG with Sket Dance, the author of Sket Dance made this, you got to read Witch Watch because it's the same comedy. And if you don't know, like the author of Sket Dance was an assistant, or like he worked with the author of Gintama.
Really?
So it's a very similar comedy. If you like Gintama, you'll like Witch Watch. Very good. A lot of white.
All right, WW. I will say, it's a new one. I didn't really like it at the beginning, but Drifting Dragons. It's Kondasha. It's very.
I don't even know what that is. Let me see. Drifting.
Yeah, Dragons. It's an interesting little cooking, like fantasy type manga. It's got some shown. It's like an adventure fantasy, to be honest, but they do be chefing it up for the homies. I think it might get an anime soon, actually, or if it doesn't have one already, it might have like an OVA. Okay. So go ahead and like peep in, lock in with that one, gang. Oh, plus what is another show? Vagabond is the OG. I'm gonna always recommend that, regardless of the time. Yeah, same. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, is
yeah.
that your seinen
Yeah.
recommendation?
Just Dragons Shonen.
Damn, I don't even know what my seinen recommendation is. What's a good one?
Great seinen.
What's up,
A
man?
modern. I'd have to see. I don't even know what's like new. I guess you say skip the low. If you look, that was a real. That is
true.
like
That is
pretty
true.
modern, I guess, but
Damn.
it's kind of hard when like just thinking off the dome. Like, damn. Monster.
Put
You
us
know,
on the
monster.
spot.
I put myself on the spot. Goddamn it.
I know.
Jeez. Got some classics, like, you know, got the OG real if you really a Take, you know, a fan like me, you know. If you read Vagabond, go read that one. You feel me?
There you go, man.
We got it. But, you know, appreciate the brother Damien for the video. You know, I got another video coming with the homies soon. You know, that one will actually be organized. This one was kind of just a podcast style. I'm going to freak out trying to edit this and like make it like I guess like palpable. Leave the whole thing in. Try to just leave it. It's just so unfelt. Like that. I didn't know what the hell we were like. Oh, I just talking about Shonen Jump. We just talking, chatting with the boys. Honestly, get a little podcast type beat. But you got any fellow words to say?
Just put in some
before you
pictures
go?
and stuff. Subscribe to my channel.
Not the shameless plug.
And subscribe to Klcoma as
True.
well.
Hey, his links will be down in the description below. You know, if you really want to see some anime reaction, I got you on Patreon. You know, feel me. You know, also check out the shorts. I'm be posting daily. I love you. Be easy. Klcoma out. That is.